तदनन्तरं गुरुः पापात्मना त्राता श्रीकृष्णस्त्वमलात्मना चेतो दर्पणमार्जनं भवमहा दावाग्निर्वापनम् श्रेयः कैरवचन्द्रिका वितरणं विद्यावधूजीवनम् आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनं प्रतिपदम् पूर्णामृता स्वादनम् सर्वात्मस्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्ण संकीर्तनम् नमः कमलनाभाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षण यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तद्ग्वंहदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। वो लाडली लाल की जय। प्रिय भक्त समुदाय, दिव्यात्मा महानुभाव, dearest devotees of the Supreme Lord, the Divine Souls. First let me say Radhe Radhe to each and everyone, and my pranam, my humblest prostrations to all of you. Book 2, page 115. जो पिय रुचि महरुचि राखे प्रेम रस सोई चाखे रे। जो पिय रुचि महरुचि राखे प्रेम रस सोई चाखे रे। जो स्वर्ग नरक समझाने रे, जो मुक्ति पिशाचिनी माने रे। राखे प्रेम रस सोई चाखे रे। नहीं रे भी से भी उर राखे प्रेम रस सोई चाखे So I had left off at this point this morning that if we want to attain that highest divine bliss, Premanand, to taste that divine bliss of Shri Krishna in Golok, so one who looks upon the pleasures of heaven and hell as the same, who looks upon mukti as a demoness, who stays very far away from mukti. Asavichar je paramasayane mukti nidadari bhakti lubhane. The very, very wise person, Tulsidas Ji Maharaj is saying, that's great saint Tulsidas Ji. The very wise person, thinking very carefully, asavichar, keeps very far away from mukti and desires only bhakti lubhane, to love God. Nahi riddhi siddhi ura rakhe, does not have a desire for riddhi siddhi. Riddhi siddhi, occult powers. In the performance of yoga, one acquires siddhis, the powers to perform miracles. A saint acquires many more powers than that. A saint becomes equal to Bhagwan. He can make the impossible possible. The same power that Bhagwan has, kartum akartum manyatha kartum samartha, yog maya shakti, that he can make the impossible possible. Saint also has all kinds of powers. But he never utilizes them to perform miracles. Instead, he tells us about the various spiritual exercises and will ultimately attain the highest goal. The true saints, the true devotees do not desire. They have all the powers. Haridas Thakur, a great devotee of Sri Krishna, Haridas Thakur, in time of Gaurang Mahaprabhu, he loved chanting the name of God so much chanting. This chanting of God's name, is it important? Especially in the Kali Yuga, in all ages it's important. But we are told in Bhagavad Mahapuran, Kriteya dhyayato vishnum tretayam yajato makhaihi dvapare paricharyayam kalau tadhari kirtanat. 12th canto, 3rd chapter, 52nd verse, Bhagavad Mahapuran. The Bhagavad says, that which is attained through great difficulty, through dhyan, meditation on Sri Krishna, in the age of Satyug. Krita Yuga means Satyug, the very first age. In the age of Treta Yuga, through yagna, sacrificial worship to Sri Krishna. In the age of Dwapar, through puja, ritualistic worship to Sri Krishna, is easily attained. In the age of Kali Yuga, this age we are living is called Kali Yuga, through chanting of the name of the Lord, Kirtan. Kalau doshani derajan nasti he ko mahan guna Kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangha param brajet. Bhagavad Mahapuran, 12th canto, 3rd chapter, 51st verse. The Bhagavad, it is told that even though this age of Kali Yuga is told to be the worst of all the ages, first in creation, this happens uncountable time. In the beginning of creation, It is Satyug. Everything is perfect. Sat to Gun predominates. Then comes Treta Yuga. Then comes Dwapar, where Sri Krishna himself descended little more than 5,000 years ago. The moment he left this material world, Kali Yuga started, this age we are living in. A little more than 5,000, 125 years have gone in this present age. This age has been told to be the worst. It wouldn't get better. It gets more and more bad. People will believe less and less in God. People will create new religion. They stop believing in the saints and scriptures. They'll formulate new beliefs. Already we are seeing. Computers, machinery, all these things will take over. We live in a digital age. Computer has become a Bhagwan. And this is nothing. This is only 5,000 years. There's still 427,000 years to go in Kali Yuga. Ram, Ram, Ram. The kind of things that will happen in Kali Yuga, you hear, your ears will stand up straight. This age is not an easy age. It's the worst. The storehouse of all ills and evils. Yet, it has one redeeming factor not found in the other ages. In the age of Kali Yuga, one can become free from the ocean of Maya and attain God realization, Shri Krishna, simply by chanting the name of God. Nam Sankirtan. In the Ramayana, in many places. Kali Yuga keval Hari gun gaha, gavat nar pavahi bhavatha. Keval means only. In the age of Kali Yuga, only by chanting the glories of the Lord, one can become free from the ocean of Maya. Kali Yuga keval naam adhara, sumiri sumiri nar uttarahu para. In the age of Kali Yuga, just by chanting the name, taking hold of the name alone, Keval, Keval, alone, and remembering the Lord, Sumiri, Sumiri, one becomes free from the ocean of Maya, attains God. Ehi kali kalana sadhana duja, jogana jap tapa vrata makha puja. In the age of Kali Yuga, these things are not only difficult, almost impossible to do. Yoga. I remember I told you, yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, dharana, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. This yoga. The very first thing, yam, niyam, complete control over the mind. Then do asan. Who can control the mind? Arjun said I couldn't. Yogana, jap, doing jap, name of God and the mala. Tap, austerities, mak, havan, puja, all these things. Kali Yuga Yoga, Kali Yuga Yogana Jagya Jnana, Ek Adhar Ram Gun Gana. Kag Basundar ji, through the grace of Bhagwan Sri Ram, saw uncountable Kali Yugas. This creation has happened uncountable times. Satyug, Treta Yuga, Dwapar, Kali Yuga, and then Kali Yuga, God comes and finishes Kali Yuga as Kalki. And then it puts it on top and starts again. This has happened uncountable time. And through the grace of Bhagwan Sri Ram, God, Kag Basundar ji saw uncountable Kali Yugas. And he's saying to Garud, what happens in Kali Yuga? He says in Kali Yuga, Kali Yuga, Yoga, and Jagya Jnana, these things you can't do. The rules and regulations are so difficult. Dharma, Yagya, Gyan, Yog. So what to do then? So he says, Ek Adhar Ram Gunagana. One thing, chant the name of the Lord. Look, the reason why the name of God is so powerful, because God, as I told you, He knows that in this age we live in, first we cannot experience Him in any way. He's beyond our senses, mind, and intellect. So He says, okay, what will my children do? Then God decided to put Himself in the name. One of God's greatest grace, He put Himself in the name. Nam Namakari Bahudha Nij Sarva Shaktis. He put Himself in the name. God is sitting in the name. We don't benefit because we don't have the belief, the faith. We take the name like a parrot. No. With the faith that God is in the name, then you'll get the benefit. Just take the name, but with that faith, we have to have that faith that God is sitting in the name. It'll take practice. Look, this mantra I just told you, in the beginning when I was doing Pratana, there's a mantra I quoted from Shikshastak. Gaurang Mahaprabhu, descension of Sri Radha Krishna. He left only 8 Sanskrit verses. It is called Shikshastak. One of the verse I just quoted, I just chanted in the Pratna. Chetu darpanamarjanam bhavamaha davagni nirvapanam shreyah kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadhu jivanam anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam purnamrita swadanam sarvatmasnapanam param vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. What happens when we chant God's name? He's telling in this shlok. If it is done in the right way, there's a right way and there's a wrong way. Just taking the name like a parrot, this will not happen. Taking the name with the faith that Shri Krishna is sitting in the name, number 1. Number 2, meditating on Shri Krishna. This is His name I'm taking, so I should think about Him. Then these things will happen. What happens? Number 1, Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Our mind, Chetaha means the mind. Our mind is like a mirror. Darpan has become very dirty. Uncountable lifetimes of dirt has made it very dirty. It has to be cleaned. Marjan means wiping, cleaning. When we chant the name of Shri Krishna in the right way, it cleans the mirror of the mind. Chetu darpana marjanam. Then Bhavamaha Davagni Nirvapanam. There's a Davagni, a huge forest fire blazing in the heart. Greed, anger, jealousy, hatred. Oh, when you get angry, fire. You can destroy everything. When we chant the name with love, with bhakti, slowly, it douses the fire that is blazing in our heart, in the mind. Shreyah kairava chandrika vitaranam. There's a flower called a lily. Lily. In the daytime, the heat of the sun scorches it. But in the night, when the moon beams will strike, it blooms again. So the lily of the heart, our heart, this name, it becomes like the moonbeams. It brings a cooling effect in the heart. It brings a cooling effect in the heart. Shreyah kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadhu jivanam. Vidya, true knowledge, starts sprouting in the heart. You see, bhakti, when you do bhakti, two things happens automatically by itself. Gyan, Vairagya. These are said two children of bhakti, two offspring of bhakti. One, detachment will come, Vairagya. And two, Gyan, true knowledge. Automatically. So knowledge, true knowledge starts sprouting in the heart. Just by doing this bhakti. Anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam. Again, when the name is chanted, when we chant the name of God with that faith that God is sitting, that Sri Krishna is sitting in the name, Radha Rani is sitting in the name, we shed tears with love. We get a taste. We start tasting. At every step we start tasting the Anand, the bliss, because God is Anand. His name is Anand. Anando Brahmeti Vijanat. Whether we say Anand, divine bliss, supreme happiness, or we say Krishna, they are two names of one and the same entity. Anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam purnamrita swadanam. We start tasting that divine bliss, divine nectar of Sri Krishna. Anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam purnamrita swadanam sarvatmasnapanam param vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. And eventually we will attain that divine love of Shri Krishna, which attains victory over all forms of divinity. It's the highest divine love. Vijayate, it gains victory because it is the highest. It's a simple explanation, it's much more, just to bring it briefly. So this saint, Haridas Thakur, he loved chanting so much that he could not stop. And there were two Rakshasi personnel. At the same time of Gaurang Mahaprabhu, Jagai Madhai, that anyone who would chant God's name, they will beat them up. They would just drink alcohol. They were real demonic beings. So they caught hold of Haridas Thakur and beat him so badly. He couldn't stop chanting. They beat him thinking he will stop until he became unconscious. So much. And thinking he had died, threw him in the Ganga. And they left. Of course he didn't die, he was just unconscious. Having fallen in the Ganga, he revived. Now he could have performed a miracle, like saying, "Hey Krishna, take off the head of these two Rakshas." No. Instead, he said, with tears in his eyes, "Hey Krishna, please forgive them. Please forgive them. They don't know what they do." This is what a saint is. So, there are many, many classes of miracles. Many classes. There are three major classes. They all fall under the category of Maya. Three qualities of Maya: Sattva Gun, Rajogun, Tamogun. So three classifications of Siddhis. There's a fourth classification, but it's beyond Maya. It's called Nirgun. So the lowest one in the Siddhis, powers to perform miracle, is Tamasic Siddhis. How will someone who has Tamasic Siddhis impress you? Supposing you meet such a person, he may ask you, he will show his hand or empty bowl and say, "What do you see?" You say, "Nothing." Then he says, "Okay, look again." And you look, and this time you see gold coins, jewels. Oh, and you get so, wow, this man has great powers. When in actual reality, he's using ghosts and goblins, bhoot, pret, to make these things appear. And do you know what the scripture says about people who possess such powers? They classify these powers as Rakshasi, demonic powers. And people who possess such powers, they go to the worst hell. Not only that, people who believe in them and follow them, they go the same place. Higher than Tamasic Siddhi, Rajasic Siddhi. A person who possesses this Siddhi, he has the power to cure disease, illnesses, etc. Higher than I'm just being very brief. Higher than Rajasic Siddhi, Sattvic Siddhi. A person who possesses this Siddhi, he can become so light, like a feather, so light. Or he can become so heavy that hundreds of people will not be able to lift him. He can fly in the sky, walk on water, fire. He can remain buried under the ground for years. He can enter your mind and know exactly what you're thinking. There are 8 categories, type of siddhis in this Sattvic Siddhi, Anima, Laghima, Garima, etc. Now if we meet some person possessing such siddhis, we will think that he is Bhagavan himself, that he is a God. But we have to be very careful, be aware. These siddhis all belong to the Mayak or material realm, and they are of great harm to one who wants to do bhakti, who wants to go to God. It becomes obstacle. This is why those who practice in bhakti to love God are told to be very careful of these siddhis. Now, as I told you, there are 2 other categories. There's Nirgun, but in the Nirgun there are 2 categories of siddhis. They're beyond Maya. One is called Mukti Rupa Mahasiddhi. One who attains this siddhi merges into the formless aspect of Sri Krishna as a river merges into the ocean. But the Rasik saints have termed this siddhi to be a demoness, Pisachi. Bhukti Mukti Sprihayavat Pisachi Hriddi Vartate Tavat Bhakti Sukasyata Katamabhyudayo Bhavet. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Rup Goswami saying bhukti, desire from the material world plus heaven, and mukti, to merge into the formless aspect of Sri Krishna, a demoness, Pishachini. As long as these 2 demonesses in the heart, the desire for bhukti and mukti, are in the heart of an individual, Bhakti Mahadevi will never come. You'll never get bhakti. And the 5th siddhi, which is the highest, is called Param Siddhi, Bhakti. Once attained, this is possessed forever. So, in our search for God, for true happiness, we have to avoid the first 4. And especially we have to be careful of miracle mongers. In trying to do miracles, siddhis, this becomes an obstacle towards crossing Maya. You can attain it. The systematic practice of yoga results in the ability to perform miracles, siddhis. But one who utilizes yoga only for siddhis is vain and futile, as it only bounds us. When you use it, you will lose it, and you get bounded in the material world under Maya. We have to go beyond that. So briefly, one who does not have a desire for all of that, only wants to love selflessly, he will attain that highest bliss. Jo piya ruchi maharuchi rakhe prema ras soi chakhe re. Jo piya
ruchi maharuchi rakhe prema ras soi chakhe re.
Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai.
Jai.
So we will continue and finish this off tomorrow, the last lecture.